guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sandy and today I'm going to be filming myself create a very large painting. I'm going to be filming a wave on this great big canvas. You can see it's probably nearly as big as me, and I'm going to be painting this wave in acrylics, and it's the biggest painting I've done ever, so it's going to be a bit stressful, I suppose, yet I'm very excited about beginning it. I think I better get cracking on it, take off the plastic wrap and start my wave. I hope you stick around and join me as I create the wave, and maybe hit the subscribe button. Anyhow, let's get on with it. So here we go, we're going to put our acrylic gesso on. A great day in the studio, what a beautiful view I have. Very lucky indeed. And here is the acrylic gesso I'm using. It's by Araldo di Palo, which I probably said wrong. And I just apply it in up and down strokes in one direction. So here I am sketching in the first designs of the wave. I am following a photo reference, and I did do some measuring but decided that it would be best to just lay the design straight into the canvas and hope for the best, and luckily for me it did work out. Here's a picture of the wave that I'm using for my reference photo. I found this picture on Pinterest. Here's the first exciting stage of me applying some paint for the section of sky that shows through the wave. It's a light blue-grey, as you can see, a combination of the spray and the sky showing through. Here I am starting on the actual wave itself. I'm using a turquoise aqua light, and I've added some white to give it a really pale colour tone, and this is trying to get as close as I can to what the reference photo shows me. So the bottom of the wave is reflecting the sky, so I've used a nice mauvey blue or a warm blue. I went through a stack of this turquoise colour, as you can imagine, and I would mix it with other aqua colours and white to get the different shades, and it worked really well. It's always a good idea to stand back and have a look at your painting from a distance just to make sure everything's looking good. So far she's looking good. As you can see, the shape and the forms are all in play, and I've got a bit of shading down, and yeah, I'm really pleased so far. So I'm trying to give the splash falling part of the wave a little bit more depth, and so I'm just deepening it with darker turquoise colours for that effect. I added lots and lots of shades and layers to the foam and did the same for the curl as well. As you can see, I'm adding different shades of turquoise and blue here, just to give it that 3D effect. And some of the colours are actually warmer than the previous colours I've laid down, so that shows the sky showing through, so that helps out the wave to make it look more real and just makes it look pretty. The bottom of the wave had lots of swell lines and details. This is the beginning of me laying down some colours. Plenty of details going in that I end up covering up again over and over, but it all adds to the beauty of the wave. I use different types and sizes of brushes so that the mark making is really random. This helps to create realistic foamy parts to the wave. And I find the fan brush is a great tool for painting waves, especially when laying down watery marks. I often use it when wanting to create super random watery layers like this. She's looking really great and I'm very pleased with the progress, but I still have a bunch of layers to go yet. I wanted to lay down speckles and lots of interest of movement into the curl of the wave, just so it would be more interesting than just a flow of marks in one direction. I'm probably boring you to tears with how much detail I'm doing here, but just giving you an idea of how many layers I had to put into this wave to make it look so good. This great big fluffy brush was great at laying in fluffiness to the splash of the wave, and as I said before, using different sized brushes was the key to making this wave look really interesting with all the different marks. I'm getting there, guys, but first let's add some more details to the top of this wave with my fan brush. Here we go with some highlights in the bottom of the wave again. Yes, that's a spoon. I know, call me crazy, but I wanted to get some delicious marks onto the wave, some really thick globs of paint. So I thought, what better tool to use than a spoon? It did work well, but in the end I went back to my trusty paintbrushes. The most important part, signing your painting. Woohoo, I'm all done and it looks amazing. Well, there's one more step, of course, varnishing. That will stop the piece from fading and yellowing over time. I'm using a satin finished varnish by Atelier. I'll leave details in the description of the varnish I used. But basically, give it a shake, have a dance, because we're just about done. And as you can see, I just pour it into a little tray and I horizontally apply the varnish onto the canvas. You can see some brush marks of the varnish, but they disappear when it dries. And it seems fitting that it's a glorious day in my studio as I have finished this big wave painting. It's awesome and I love it. Off to the framers, and we had to put it in the back of a trailer because it was so large. Oh, the money. Time to deliver the painting to its new owner. I hope she likes it. Here's your way.
Wow. I don't know yet.
Do you like it?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And yep, she loved her new artwork and it just looks amazing in her home. I hope you enjoyed watching me create this artwork as much as I did creating it. See you next time, guys. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, it's beautiful.